Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Landon Bears Broadcasting Network.
Landon Bears Broadcasting Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Landon Bears Broadcasting Network.
There's a shot from Reed! He scores! He scores! Reed, puck on!
That's with the cutter. Takes it behind the back shot. Antonetti.
Back. Once a man deep. It's Southworth. He catches it! Dean Southworth! Over his defender!
Unbelievable!
Open man. Johnson, big hit! UB Zaid!
Bergeron over to Damian, his shot! He
Good move, keeps the puck. And a big hit by Christian Benner.
Let's go Bears!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Landon Bears Broadcasting Network. I'm Sutton Smith, joined alongside with a very special guest, Curtis Cross. How are you today?
Everything is well, Sutton. Glad to be here.
Today we got a great one. It is Severna Park, the Falcons versus the Landon Bears. And Severna Park is a public school over in, I think, Anne Arundel County over here in Maryland. And they are number one in Maryland public schools. Landon, I think, is maybe fourth or something like that. Got some stats. Severna Park is 5-0. Landon on the other side, 9-1 with the only loss being over to Haverford a few weeks ago. Severna Park over in the MPSSAA conference, which is pretty much Maryland Public Schools. I see over for Landon, and head coach for the Severna Park Falcons, Bob Zischelli, Will McGettigan for the Bears. And last year, Severna Park had just as good of a season as Landon, 16-1 compared to Landon 17-2. Landon was IC champions. Severna Park was Maryland State champions for Class 3A, ranked 15th in the entire nation for public schools. And this year, preseason, put them at 17, but now they're actually the best public school in Maryland and top 5 in the nation. Landon last year finished 6th in the nation for inside lacrosse, currently 17th right now for USA Lacrosse. And stats to actually worry about is Severna Park is their average win margin is 16.4. I mean, through 5 games, it's a pretty big stat. Landon compared to that 6.5, and recently we've just seen 2 pretty big blowouts, with the most recent win being over St. Stephen's St. Agnes by 14, that 16-2 win, and then 22-3 over to the other public school we played, Riverside. Another big stat to worry about is that Severna Park has only 2 D1 commits, although they have 3 Salisbury D3 commits, and Salisbury is currently 2nd in D3. Landon on the other side, 6 times that, 12 D1 commits, similar to last year. As we're about to get started, Curtis, why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, where you come from?
Well, I'm Kurt Cross. I have a son here at Landon, but more importantly, the teams have broken their huddles. They're ready to face off. We got a good one, Sutton. You'll be calling the action. I'll be helping you out. Thanks for having me.
There's Talon Smith on the face-off. That's one back by Severna Park. This gets down to Severna's offense. Something to know about also is that Sean Murray, one of the Landon captains, is at 98 career goals currently. I believe only a select amount of Bears have reached the 100 milestone, with the most notable one being the number 1 recruit in 2017, Joey Epstein. We know what happened to him. Great freshman, his freshman year at Johns Hopkins. As this will start again with Severna. James Schmidt, sophomore, getting the start on defense. Some space now. Severna's got to cycle a little bit, takes a shot from afar, and he scores over Rizzo.
Falcons keeping the ball in Landon's half of the field. They just put one in there, buddy.
Duke Seeley to start the game for the Falcons. I believe that's Landon might have not been the first team to score once in this season. I believe that was against Haverford. Not a great start for the Bears, but hopefully Talon, who's been great all season, commit to Lafayette and get this some momentum for the Bears. Wins it forward.
Mark.
It will be Landon ball. Illegal procedure from the Falcons as Luger will start it. Give it down to Cassidy. Landon cycling the ball with Murray. Over to Southworth. They'll start up top with Devin Stewart to dodge here. Around to X to Murray. We're going to stay with it. Now Neverovsky back around behind the net. Cassidy. 60 on the shot clock. Stewart to the inside. Dodges, then takes a bounce shot, which looks like it got blocked in front. Severna Park coming out with that. Still got some space, gonna shoot from afar. Misses wide right. Seeley, who just had a goal. Now Tyler Lawhorn with Stewart on defense. Jack Fish with the D1 commit to UMBC. Gets past Stewart, has a chance, hits the post, and trips. It should be with Swifty.
Sutton, you would wait till like the coldest day in 2 weeks to invite me to come out here.
It is pretty cold here. What is it, 40?
I'm used to indoor sports, Sutton.
I mean, two seasons I'm also out here, and during the fall, most of the time even colder. Severna Park now on the breakout. Trying to hit all the way down. Looks like landed ball. That'll be Luger. Cohen with it. Waits to give it up to Papelia. Now Luger up top. Dodges to the inside. Waits. Tries hitting a cutter. There's Murray looking for 99. McConnell now gets doubled. Swims back. Cassidy cutting. Luger takes a shot while falling down and a save there. Hastings Fava in net for the Falcons. Now all the way down towards the net. Would be out.
I think he overshot that one.
I think it's most of the time those tactics. I mean, Rizzo is pretty big on like covering the guys, and he does kind of get a little bit too comfortable with being out of his net. Although I don't think Landon has conceded an open net, while there have been many options. Fish down behind his own net. Back over to Fish. He's got a chance, and he scores. Severna Park starting off hot. Landon right now has no answer for the Falcons. It's just 5 minutes in. They've started off extremely hot, and they're up by 2.
Sutton, they've got 6 shots on goal to our 2. That means the ball is in our half of that field a little bit too much, buddy.
Hopefully after this face-off, as it's one back to Southworth, Landon hopefully has a quality shot that could hopefully get in the back of the net. And, I mean, you're looking at Murray as he probably wants to hit that 100 milestone today. Got to try and give it to him. I mean, I feel like Severna, they're also know that he's probably Landon's biggest threat. So got to probably have more protection on him. As here's Hawkins. Now Cassidy has an open chance, and he scores. Aiden Cassidy to open it for the Bears. It's exactly what you wanted, cycling the ball until you get an open shot, and Aiden Cassidy delivered that perfectly.
Well, Severna Park got their hot little start. Landon has answered with 1 goal. Let's make this a game, right, Sutton?
Yep.
Apparently that man wants Davis to do well.
Davis Bates wins that faceoff. And timeout called by Severna Park.
Sutton, so what are you thinking about this start we got here? We got 2-1 Severna Park. They're coming into Bethesda, and they look like they're ready for the moment.
I mean, definitely. I think right now it's looking like how our season started. I mean, we started off pretty slow. Didn't really score that much against Severn and Mount St. Joe's and Gilman, as those games are kind of quite a scare, and it's getting a little bit of a scare right now. I think if the quarter ends up how it is, it'll be the first quarter that Landon is officially down, apart from like overtime.
It's a 4-quarter game. I have faith, Sutton. What about you?
They've got a lot of time, and Landon is, I'd say, a pretty clutch team.
Got to give a shout out to Tyler. Tyler's running our camera today.
Shout out Tyler.
Although the camera work might need a little bit of help. All right, so we're going to get back to this action.
Severna Park will start with that. I believe that'll be with Fish. Fish is one of the 2 D1 commits on Severna Park, the other one being William Masco, who's committed to Utah. Landon had a Utah commit last year, Chase Robertson, who was one of the better goal scorers on the team. He had 4 against Gonzaga to bring us back from a large deficit, and then had 4 in the IC championship, which led us to that, I think, 12, 13 goal victory. As Severna Park now here with Smink in on D. Shoots it over Steven Rizzo's shoulder. And they're back up by 2.
Son, are you programming the scoreboard too?
Every time they score, I go down to my phone and just add an extra point. It's not that hard.
That connects to our scoreboard here.
It does.
Son, you multitasking.
Smith first Bates on the face-off again. Ball still down. Looked like Talon had a chance on it, but it'll be Severna for now. As he gets shoved to the ground.
He got dealt with.
Landon's physical.
In the cold. Those hits hurt a little bit differently.
It's definitely got to hurt. There's Southworth. Good spin there. Now Hawkins. Good move, gets past his defender. And a good stick. Picked up by Stewart. Landon's going to slow it down. McConna on his left. Takes a shot. It'll be recovered by Murray. Now Murray goes around. Hits up top. There's Southworth. Spins. Now Stewart. Got a chance. Landon right now not really able to get their shots on net. I mean, they had one on net, or they had one quality shot on net, went in. That's really got what you need. Murray now has a chance. Murray gets checked. A good stick there by Cassidy.
It's too much running.
Another great stick check. Another.
Get the ball!
No one can hold on to the ball right now. I believe timeout is called by Landon when Cassidy had possession. Good use of a timeout there.
You know, something at this level, all these kids know how to play. They got good stick work. They do know how to move the ball, contrary to the fan in front of us who wants them to keep moving the ball. I think they know their clears, their rides. They know the X's and O's. And right now, you just got two teams that are feeling each other out. Right now, Severna Park has got the edge there. But we're getting closer on shots on goal, with it being 7-5 in favor of Severna Park. What do you see here? What does Landon need to do? What are they talking about in this timeout?
I feel like, well, you have the defense and offense. Coach Cassidy talking to the defenders. I don't think you want to let up a goal. You got 3 minutes to go in this quarter. Best thing you can do is keep the ball on our side. And on offense, I think Coach is probably telling them that there's a little bit of a lack of effort. I mean, when they were cycling the ball around, they ended up getting an open shot, which is what we saw from the result of Cassidy. But just recently, Murray kind of let his stick just hang a little too loose, and he got checked from behind.
Back to the action. Out of this timeout, let's see what they got.
Here's Cohen. Takes a shot. I don't know what that hit. Might have been his helmet. And here's Hawkins. Hawkins to Papelia. Cohen now spins.
Nice pick.
was a good slide there to stop any scoring opportunity from Pilya. As Luger now kind of just throws it away. Cohen. Flag will be down.
You've got your penalty. Yep.
A little bit of a forced pass from Luger, but it'll stay Landon ball, I believe. 30-second man-up opportunity for the Bears. Really got to capitalize here,
Well, it's your hockey power play, right?
pretty much.
We saw what Ovi did the other night on the power play.
Did you think that his celebration was unpredictable?
I thought it was a great celebration. Not seeing it in Long Island, like I didn't see it happening there like that, but glad they showed him his respect for 895.
Yeah, I actually got tickets to the
Oh, that's
Thursday
right.
game.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
so
son.
upset about that. But yeah, I wasn't predicting him to do a Superman celebration. I thought it was pretty funny. As here's a shot
go.
from
There you go.
Makana Neverovsky. Landon capitalizing on the power play, and it's 2-3.
And guess what we have, Sutton? We have even shots on goal now, 7-7.
We have a game.
The second half of this period, I think Landon sort of settled into what they needed to do to control the ball a little bit more, get those shots on goal. But any quality shot they get, I think they can score, but I just don't think the quality has been there yet.
Not yet. And a common theme for most of these games is that Landon is, they start the game just seeing how the other team's going to react to how they play, and then they use that to produce more on the offensive side and defensive side. I believe that was a early move on Hayden Hughes. Now Dash Havens. He's got a chance here. Gonna take it himself. Nearly got it. And I mean, he just picked it up from midfield and ran all the way around.
No one's going to stop you, right?
That guy's got a nice head of hair. Now just floated up top. Got minute 15. Good slide. Pedraza trying to find someone to cover. Nearly left someone wide open. Spins back and scores from what seemed like an impossible angle. Timmy Sullivan buries it in the back of the net.
So what we know right now, Sutton, is they're number one in the MPSSAA for a reason.
Don't mess with these public schools.
We've got a 4-2 score, Sutton. Face-off coming.
I believe that's Goose on the face-off. Ball still down, picked up by Goose. Hayden Goose, Michigan commit. Gonna join Hunter Taylor over there. Hunter Taylor is a Landon alum, for those who don't know. Starting goalie for the Wolverines. Now the Bears with just under 30 seconds. Here goes Southworth. Time winding down. Southworth tried hitting an open Cassidy, and he nearly had a chance there. Now 10 seconds. Ball still down. And that'll probably do it for the first quarter. As Landon is unable to get off a shot. They'll be down by 2. It is 2-4. The Falcons over the Bears.
Shots on goal looking like 9-7 in favor of Severna Park. Yep, they go into this next period, up by 2.
We'll be back for the second in just a bit. Teams coming back out. Landon looking for an answer. And Severna Park looking to extend this lead.
Maybe going the other direction will help us out. I feel like that's the ticket right now.
I think one goal is more of an attractor.
I'm calling goal in the first 60 seconds for Landon right here.
Well, it's Goose taking the faceoff. Wins that all the way back. Unfortunately, went to the Falcons. Here's Fish. Up top. Now Sealy. On his right hand, shoots. Looked like a shin save by Rizzo. Now Landon on the clear. Gives that to Derwinski. Landon's got to get it over. Just floats that to Stewart. Landon able to clear the ball. Stewart.
There goes that 60-second prediction.
They could get one here and make that prediction a little bit better. McConnell up top to Dodge to his left. Now Murray still looking for goal number 99. And that's 2 chances now where Landon had some space, but they've been unable to catch the ball. And there's a monster check by Cassidy. Runs them into each other.
Sutton is getting real out there.
I mean, they're going at it. Physicality is probably going to be one of the key factors to win this game. I'd say right now, Landon's trying to keep up with the physicality of Severna Park. As there's a good check by Southworth. Odd man rush. Southworth gives to Hawkins. Hawkins over to Murray for 99. Over the crossbar. You think he's thinking about the record every time or his milestone every time he shoots?
I think he is. And if he settles out of that a little bit and just plays his game, those 2 goals will come. He still needs 2, right?
Yeah. He's at 98. Here's Cohen. Swims. Tries going in off the post, and then he gets trampled. 2 Falcons just fell on Cohen as Cassidy gets doubled, gets past his guy, kind of settles down with Papelia. Here's Murray on his left hand. Tries hitting a cutter. Hawkins gets pushed later. It'll be Landon ball still. Kind of unfortunate that you can't really play a play on unless a flag is down.
I mean, you really should be able to.
Luger had a wide open shot there.
Yeah, he did.
Here's Papelia. Over to Cohen. Hawkins up to Cassidy. Back over to Luger. Riley, good pick. Luger in on his own,
Yes,
and he
sir.
scores. Riley Luger receives a perfect pick from Matt Cohen, and he buries it.
Suddenly we have a small sample size here, but it's looking like we're going to go back and forth a little bit. This is going to be a good one.
Landon's been in some pretty close games. I mean, they had that overtime win against Gilman, overtime loss against Haverford, came down to the last minute against Mount St. Joe's, and Severna also the opening game. Landon was up 7-2, and then had a kind of an icer within the last minute to win 9-7. As Goose back in the faceoff. Ball still down, Goose on the ground. Still down. Now Goose comes out with it. Gets checked. Ball falling down.
Oh, yeah.
Gets it over to Swifty. Now Swifty to Murray. Still somehow with the ball. Body's flying around.
There's your
Flag
penalty.
down.
Yep. Not so sure the Falcons fans agree with that call. We do.
We like that call, yeah.
Sutton, we got to get you a mic stand.
We do.
We're gonna hook that up.
Lots of movement from the Bears. Looking like an Avalanche power play right now. Papelia unable to. I mean, maybe that was too much passing. As Severna Park was able to kill that penalty. Here's the dodge. Now Jack Fish. Cassidy on defense.
Cassidy is tracking him.
Cassidy's been one of the more consistent defenders as this will be over and back. Cassidy, actually his brother with it right now. Hits an open Schmidt. Then he gets kind of trampled. Timeout called by Landon. Falcons coaches did not like that.
Minute by minute, you can see it getting more physical, and whoever can maintain their composure, I think that's the team that, level heads, right?
I mean, this would be a huge statement win for the Falcons, so.
And they're playing like it.
Yeah, and every everything that, I mean, you want everything to go your way, so something like that. I mean, it got a reason to be mad.
Sutton, I'm sitting here on Amazon trying to decide which one of these mic stands I'm going to buy you. It's free Prime delivery tomorrow, Sutton.
Great. Got them for Friday.
Adding it into the cart right now. I'm telling you, I'm a man of my word. I'm going to get you two.
I appreciate that.
But if I come back in this booth, I need to make sure they're here.
Yeah.
I won't. All right.
Going back to action. 5:53 left in the half. Luger to start. Now Cohen. Has some space. Gonna take it himself off the bounce. Goes over the crossbar. Landon still not exactly super efficient in getting these shots on net. As here's Murray, still scoreless, looking for 100. Murray for 99. That looked more like a floater over the crossbar than I guess a quality shot. As Hawkins has some speed, takes a shot, and he scores. Jonas Hawkins ties this game up.
Yes, he does. Here's some trivia for you, Sutton. Did you know that I sit on the Parent Association board with Jonas Hawkins' mother?
Really?
Yes, I do. Shout out to Ann Hawkins. I know you could not go the rest of this broadcast not knowing that.
I believe my mom is also close friends with her. They've probably gone to, I guess, coffee a few times. Is that what moms do?
Maybe some chips and salsa.
Yep. JT able to get that back to the defense. It's Landon trying to get it over to their offense.
He's playing catch with the goalie now.
Rizzo calling his guys across. There's a cutting McConna. Now Cassidy gonna wait. Over to Stewart. Bowling in his way in, somehow doesn't sneak that one.
Excellent save, though.
I mean, he was aiming for between the legs. Goalie just got a stick in there at the last second. That is an excellent save. Here's Fish. Sandaled pass. Coming out with Smink. Goes over with McConna. Never off skip to Stewart. Now Southworth. Takes a pass, has some open space, takes a shot. Another great save. Goalie interference called. Stays goalie ball. He's got some space. Now a shot. Great save there by Steven Rizzo.
Excellent save.
And a quick clear to Swifty.
3:10 left in the second period. – Am I calling periods or quarters, Sutton?
Quarters.
You didn't even correct me. Come on, help me out, Sutton.
My bad, my bad. Luger now just going to walk down. Back up to Failure. They'll dodge with Cohen. Murray. Open Cassidy, spins. And he gets it to go. Aiden Cassidy to give Landon the lead off of an awkward shot that he gets opposite sticks out of the goalie.
First lead of the day for Landon. You just kind of feel like the shots on goal situation is starting to favor Landon. They've got a 5-4 lead with 2:23 in the quarter.
There you go.
Somebody on the Falcons side, one of those coaches is less than pleased.
I think honestly most lacrosse coaches are always mad about something.
It just comes with the territory, all of a sudden.
For sure. I think last year when we were up 19-0 against Episcopal, coaches were still screaming and yelling at everyone.
Oh, it's a work in progress. They're always fine-tuning something.
But that's how you make everyone better. Put them to their limit, and eventually they'll progress. Coming out now.
All right, can Landon hold on to this lead? Can they do what they need to do to go in at halftime? Still up.
Davis Bates against Hayden Goose. And although Bates might not be a D1 commit, he has held his own against the 2 D1 commits that Landon has at faceoff. In fact, he's won a good amount of faceoffs. Goose back to Luger. Now Hawkins. 2-minute warning. Stewart receives a pick from Kana. Nothing there, so he'll just give it back to Caden. Southworth over to McConna. Back over to Caden. Caden has a step, loses it. Great defense. Kick towards McConna. Now Stewart with one hand. 60 on the shot clock. I'm actually not sure they're running shot clock.
We're not running shot clock. Here we go.
McConna. Just about a minute to go. Navarowski tries. Now all the way down for Fish. Jack Fish versus Logan Cassidy has been a matchup. Very entertaining today. Now he's got some space. Missed the pass there. 30 seconds for the Bears to try and get up by 2. Rizzo floats it over to Southworth. Getting with just under 15 seconds. Now 10. Open, Southworth, and he scores. Caden Southworth sneaks past the defense, gets wide open, and bounce passes it right past the goalie. Landon now up by 2.
And I'm sure that excellent camera work caught that goal with 6.7 to go. Now, Sutton, do you think there's a connection between the stat line where now Landon has more shots on goal than Severna Park, and now Landon has a 2-goal lead?
And I mean, definitely. I think I'm more of a hockey guy, and I know when you put something like 40 shots on net, gonna most likely win the game unless the other team has, I guess, Connor Hellebuck in goal.
You got to have quality shots, right?
For sure. Looks like that'll do it for this first half. Landon up by 2 over Severna Park, the #1 public school in Maryland. And we'll be back with the halftime report in just a bit. And we're back with the halftime intermission report. Landon up by 2, able to come back from really only just down 2 goals, but received a little bit of a scare at the beginning of the quarter. Kurt, what are your insights?
Here's my thing. I know I keep coming back to it, but shots on goal really does matter. And then when you look inside that stat, you have to look at quality shots. Once Landon settled down, once Landon got the quality shots that I'm talking about, I mean, they got more shots on goal. They have more goals. They're up by 2. And I think playing at home helps. Being disciplined helps. And I think you're going to see a different Landon in the second half.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say the team with the more quality shots is going to be the team that comes out with this W.
It's not rocket science, but it works, right?
Yep. 5.5 minutes to go in halftime. How about score predictions for the second half?
Putting me on the spot, Sutton?
Yep.
I'm going to go 13-10 Landon. I don't think we're going to get a 19-goal game out of anybody. 13-10 Landon. That's where I'm going.
I think it's definitely both teams are probably going to light it up in the second half.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what you got?
I've got 15-13 with the game icer under a minute to go. Sean Murray getting his 100th.
Goal number 100 is the icer. Okay, I hear you. Well, he's got to get on the board first, right?
Yep. I mean, he's had some chances.
Couple sailed over the net, right?
Yeah, I think 2 of them.
Shout out to the parents who are here. My kid plays a spring sport, but goodness gracious.
They've got some commitment.
Yeah, they do. Like, I've definitely encouraged my kids to play basketball. That's an indoor sport, climate controlled. All right. What are your sports, Sutton?
I'm a hockey player and a football player.
All right.
So while hockey might be indoors, it's still on ice, so it does get a little cold in there
It
for
gets real
spectators. I mean, I'm not cold because got a lot of pads on and stuff, but
Y'all play up in Laurel, right? Laurel and Rockville?
Rockville.
Okay.
Laurel is where the Maple, where all that stuff is.
Yeah. It gets crazy inside that Rockville rink, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think, not to be biased, but I do think we have the best atmosphere in the DMV. St. John's close second.
St. John's, unfortunately, did not come away with the hardware this winter, did they?
Nope. And the best thing about that is that they were up all game. And then Reed Perkon, who's actually on this lacrosse team, got it to go with I think 50 seconds to go. Then
An incredibly long shootout period.
yeah, not 1 overtime, not 2 overtimes, not even 5, not even the normal round of shootouts, in extended shootouts.
Yes.
7 to be exact.
And we were watching that thing, and it was super exciting.
Came away with it. Yeah, shout out to everyone who watched that video. It's our most viewed live stream with 2,000 views. That was a great night.
That's because I wasn't on the mic. We're going to break records here, Sutton.
All right.
We just got to get an influencer. You know any influencers? I think you might be a low-key influencer, Sutton. Sutton, how many followers do you have? I know you got 1 million. Sutton.
We're almost there.
Almost, okay,
We're
all right.
almost there.
I'm going to follow you. You're going to have almost 1 million plus 1.
All right.
Almost 2 minutes to go, and we're going to get right back to this action. Oh, I also have to say thank you to Sean Madavian for letting me sit in this seat while he's over at tennis practice. What else you got for me, Sutton?
I guess we could look into Friday, which is St. Albans.
That's a big one. Is that senior day?
I believe so.
I think that's senior day, yes.
And although St. Albans isn't really good this year, they're still an IC team. So
There you go.
And we have a rivalry with them.
Any given Friday, right?
any given Friday. I mean, while the rivalry might not be as big as Bolus or Johnstown Prep, we're going to treat it like it is and probably not let up at all.
No, we got to get our motor running against St. Albans. Get out early. Let a lot of these fellas get some playing time.
Yeah, and I mean, we're on a, I believe, 6-game win streak. Yeah, 6-game win streak. Today, if we win, would make it 7. Friday would make it 8. And then we have Gonzaga that next Monday.
Yeah, we do.
And Bolus, I think that Friday, that is an away game.
And that's not going to be easy. They got Bobby Horsey over there helping them out, right? As a coach, I think.
He's a great coach. And they have the 5-star to Penn, Jackson Maher, who actually didn't do much last year, but he's still a 5-star.
All right, we got teams taking the field. Second half of action is coming up. And
it hasn't gotten any warmer.
it has not gotten – it has not. The sun is out. That's deceiving. And you and I have some score predictions that we need to see unfold here.
Not if that won't happen if these guys get frostbite.
Did we get the battery changed out?
Yeah, we did.
All right, we're good.
And we've got another just in case.
You always prepared, son. Good man.
I think Sean actually bought 2 of those. I used to just have one battery.
I remember a game or two I watched where, yes, the battery ran out.
Lacrosse IC Championship, had it off for a solid 5 minutes while the game was winding down. As we just saw there's Papelia, another great save. One off the post and one swallowed
That
by
ball
Hastings
did
Fava.
everything but go in.
Amazing check there by Aiden Cassidy. Now to finish, he does. That's a highlight. Put that on your highlight reel, McConnell Neverovsky.
Coming to a huddle near you, right?
First started with, I believe they call that a can opener when you check a guy's stick so hard it flies out of his hand.
Son, why are you low-key funny right now?
Okay.
All right, 7-4.
One back by Goose. Now Smink. DeSanto floats it over for Schmidt.
Nice catch.
Flag down on the late hit on Schmidt. Landon hoping to capitalize. And then out of man-up opportunity.
Where we go, 30 seconds, 60? Where do we go?
It didn't look like or it was a late hit, so it could be 60 or 30. It just depends on what the refs think the severity of that was. Here's Cohen, swims.
Here we go.
Gets through. Whiffs on the shot. Now Luger. Ball picked up. And flag in play now. It'll be Stewart to start on the man-up advantage. Dev over to Papalia. Lots of cycling, and we saw this earlier. That didn't exactly work out as this goes to Murray, who's still looking for his 99th.
No shot clock will allow for this.
Now Cassidy. And that's a great save.
Yeah, it is.
This guy is making saves that you wouldn't think anyone would make.
My man just ate that check up, didn't he?
Dash Havens. Fish gonna flip that to Sealy. Now Ben Rupert.
I mean, a lot of running and not enough passing here.
See what Sealy does. There's a good pass, a little bit of miscommunication. He had two guys open. They didn't know which one it was going to. Cassidy over. Mishandled pass. Severna Park coming back out with that.
I know Ben Rupert just ate it.
Speaking of Rupert, there he is. Duke Sealy up top. Now Lawhorn. Swim dodges and spins on Pedraza. Then takes a shot and a save there by Rizzo. Rizzo looked a little shaky to start the game, but he's been unstoppable now. Can't get anything past him.
Well, it's different when you can 10 goal with that lead, right?
For
a little
sure.
more confidence. Players play a little different. They can pin their ears back, take a couple chances.
And I think he has gotten used to the game of the Falcons and how they, I guess,
It's a team he hasn't
really
seen
shoot.
before, right?
I don't think any of these Landon players have seen them before.
Exactly.
As far as I've known, the last 3 years I didn't play Severna Park. I don't know much more about before I was in the high school. And here's Stewart. Get around X, Murray, who's still scoreless. Spins. Takes it himself, and he scores for goal number 99. As I just said, he was scoreless. He probably heard me.
He probably heard you. And didn't take too kindly to it either. So he showed you what he can do.
Ball falling down. That's what he does all season.
We're looking at 8-4. Bears up. Face-off coming.
And now, Sean Murray is one goal away from getting the triple digits and joining
We'll
that
see.
Landon group.
You might see history this week after all, right?
Yep.
What was it, 6-4 at halftime? 7-4.
6-4. Luger falls down and then, oh.
Shout out to Adam, just came into the booth. mean, this guy has some jets. Is that Caden Southworth? No, I'm looking at the wrong team.
Landon Williams.
Brandon Williams.
That guy is fast. Now that I look at it, most of Severna Park was actually ready for this weather. I see a lot of them wearing long sleeves. Not so much from our side.
I didn't get that memo. It's a little too cavalier with that pass.
Rupert still waiting. Now gets it up top to Sealy. Lawhorn.
Ooh.
Takes a shot. Spink might have gotten a stick on that, but it went wide left. Now Fish. There's some great defense by Cassidy. Cassidy now kind of taunting. You love to see it when players have this confidence. One of the best parts of the game. Now a shot. Blocked by DeSanto. Again, saved by Rizzo.
He is just straight stoning them right now.
Steven Rizzo, the backup to Zach Abramson last year. He's been unbelievable for us this year. Saving us in games when really needed him. Made a few clutch saves. In a lot of our games with crunch time. As this goes back to Severna Park ball. As he gets tripled and somehow gets past. Miscommunication on that pass. Just sent that over his head. Santo with it now. Hits Luger, who will just walk across midfield. Now Neverovsky. Waits. Still surveying. Hits up top to Southworth, now to Stewart. Cassidy. Southworth to Murray. Murray gonna dodge here. No one on him.
Severna Park's got to play with a little more, go get him.
He's just waiting.
Yeah, Severna Park's got to force this action.
He hits a cutter who Neverovsky unable to handle that pass. Intercepted by Hawkins.
Come on,
Now Jonas sends it towards the net and it stays out, but a flag comes down and the player is injured. I'm assuming it's public school rule to not have a shot clock.
I think the league they play in, they don't play with a shot clock, so Even though we do and we're the home team, we're going without it today.
Interesting. So this is a minute penalty. Cole Kavanaugh's all right.
He's all right. Can't keep a good man down, right?
He's been, I think he's blocked a few shots tonight or this afternoon. Been consistent. Might have been a wrist issue.
Given that Landon is playing a different kind of game, I see a different kind of focus in the second half here. I think Severna Park, again, needs to sort of get themselves involved in a little bit more action if they want to get the ball on their side of the turf here. And right now, Landon's double them up, and goals aren't coming too easy right now.
Yeah, I mean, what Severna Park did exceptionally in the first half was their physicality, and they had more shots. They put more shots on the net and had more quality in those shots.
And right now, it's overwhelmingly in Landon's favor.
And that's just what Landon's good at. They'll turn the game on you at any time. As wide open, tried quick sticking that to McConney, steps in the crease, coming back.
You've got 25-15 advantage, Landon in shots on goal.
For how even this game has been, it's kind of a lopsided stat. And here's a turnover. Murray might want to take it himself.
Because the kid from Severna Park is running so fast, the ball can't keep up with him. I think that's Landon Williams, number 10 maybe?
I think we called his name before. He called him out for his speed. He is fast. Here's Murray. Shot from afar. Southworth snipes it beneath the legs of Hastings Fava.
I think you feel halftime may have been the difference, Sutton.
I wonder what exact words Coach Will McGettigan told his that, like, I mean, maybe just open shots, take it at any opportunity. They haven't missed an opportunity yet. Every single time, either just a save, but they've had those shots.
You've got 3-0 in the second half going Landon's way. Ball staying in that half of the field for most of this third quarter with 35.5 to go. Another face-off for Landon. Sutton, don't you have homework tonight?
Actually, I think I finished it all during my free period.
Good man. Where are we going to dinner?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'm hungry.
Might have to hit up some medium rare after this.
I didn't hear you. What's that?
Might have to get some medium rare, some quality steak.
Oh, go for it. You got a medium rare budget, brother.
That'll do it for the third quarter. Coming back, last 12 minutes, landing up by 5. Going to the third or the fourth. Looks like Hayden Goose will be taking the face off.
We got 12 minutes here, Sutton. It's a long ride back to Severna Park in traffic.
How far is that?
Severna Park? That's out there by Arundel Mills. That's out there by the casino out there, man. It's like a good hour and a half in this traffic.
That's a great face-off win.
Nice save.
Goose kind of windmilled, and I don't know what happened there. William Masco kind of just tried going behind the back, but got lost. And now
Was he
refs
complaining there was no possession?
timeout called by the Bears. I think Landon did call a timeout.
Yep. (9-4) is still your score. Fourth quarter action here from Bethesda, Maryland. Bordeley Stadium. Triplet field. Bears, Falcons. 5-goal lead for Landon. Are you going to see number 100 Sutton? You think you're going to get it?
I'd hope so. I think right now Murray walking back on that field. He's telling himself he's getting it.
Okay, let's find out.
Southworth with it.
Landon just owning time of possession in this half, too.
Here's Murray. Billy wants that
You ready,
100.
aren't you, Sutton?
Spins. Open Neverovsky fakes, now takes a shot and scores. Makan Neverovsky puts Landon in the double digits and up by 6.
Sutton, I'm going to make a prediction here. I called 10 for Severna Park. You called 13. I'm not sure they're going to get there.
I guess Severna Park decided not to blow up in the second half. Face off, still down. Picked up by Cassidy. Good awareness by Logan Cassidy. And a left Luger wide open.
He's
Gets
about
across.
to truck somebody.
Here's a pull. Here's Luger. Just surveying. Cohen up top. Shoots, and he scores. Matt Cohen, Landon is now just padding onto this lead.
I tried to tell you, Sutton. I tried to tell you. I really didn't.
Yeah, I think we both agree that this would should be closer than
It's a second half situation here.
Landon's the second half team.
And yeah, Landon's got they've got the magic sauce on this one.
This face-off. Hold called.
Sutton, you're not a basketball guy, are you?
I'm a big basketball guy.
Oh, okay. I'm in my fantasy championship this week.
Really? My team just fired their head coach and general manager
They sure did.
5 games before.
Calvin Booth and what's his name from
And
Denver,
Michael
right?
Malone. Yeah, it's.
I heard there was something brewing there.
I don't know why. I understand why they fired Booth.
Get on X and you'll see some interesting things that happened just a couple hours before we went on the air, huh?
It's unfortunate. I mean, that's not unfortunate. That's Aiden Cassidy getting his second goal of the game. Landon now up by 8.
Well, Sutton, we still got 9:19 left, but they might want to warm up that bus.
One of Landon's favorite chants. Start the buses. You'll hear it even if we're up by 1. Any sport. I always love to use that. As this is one again. Murray.
Murray is comfortable playing this game out. Doesn't look like he's too anxious to get number 100, but if the opportunity is there, I'm sure he'll take it. Now, I don't want to count the chickens before they hatch, but I will say Landon is playing a masterful second half.
I mean, at Severna Park, they don't have any answer for it, and they've lost some momentum as, I guess, hopefully now, never mind any momentum that they had, kind of lost. That should be a trip. Maybe not.
I mean, my man just kept the flag in his pocket on that one, didn't he?
I mean, I guess they're letting him play. Game has been physical this entire afternoon. Cohen escapes. Questionable checks there, kind of.
I'll tell you what, if someone swing a stick on me like that, we're going to have words.
Yeah.
Again, this time of possession thing, we did not keep that stat here in the booth, but Landon's owning it right now.
Oh, yeah, they definitely have at least, you'd say 65% of the second half, probably more.
I think you're right. At least that, yeah. Well, it just seems like every time Severna Park gets the ball, there's some stick work that puts it back in our favor.
Yeah, I mean, Landon's really good at not turning the ball over, and especially with this no shot clock rule, they can kind of just hold it themselves as that goes off the post for Stewart.
Nice shot, but didn't fall this time.
Heard a lot of doinks from the bar today.
Yeah, we have.
I feel like more than usual. As McConnell spins, hits up to Cassidy. Now Southworth, who just kind of fires it to the net.
Sutton, I'm coming back Friday, but can you get me better weather?
I wish I could control that. I actually don't know what the weather will be. I mean, there's no way they picked a senior day on a... As Murray, looking for 100, he robs them. Oh, Murray wide open. So close.
53 and rainy on Friday.
Rainy, oh my goodness. Intercepted
bringing
by
a space
Hawkins
heater.
again. And then an overhead check. It's blown up.
I'm going to give Ben Rupert some credit on that check.
Timeout called by Severna Park with 6 minutes to go in this game.
Sutton, y'all don't believe in space heaters, hand warmers. Sutton does not care.
I think they used to have a heater in here.
Son, we got to talk to facilities or somebody.
Maybe they just, I don't know. The booth has some pretty old stuff here. It's been, I don't know if they've given it an upgrade in 10 plus years.
Doesn't look at, well, the field looks good. The team looks good. I know that. And you've got a dynamic streaming board here with some great mics. So that's why we put all the money into that.
Yeah. See if I can conjure one up for next time.
I'll tell you what we got here. What people cannot see who are watching this stream is that Sutton is managing the mic, he's managing the board, he's managing the scoreboard, and he's managing what you see on this feed. So, way to go there, Sutton. If it has to be a one-man crew, it's a one-man crew, huh?
Yeah.
He just lets me be the pretty face, that's all. It's the most times Severna Park has had the ball in their half.
And as you were saying that, Logan Cassidy just, I don't know what kind of check they call that, over the head. I mean, kind of just pickpocketed him.
5:39 to go.
And at this point, you got to score 8 goals in less than 5.5 minutes if you want to get back in this game. It's kind of looking a little down for Severna Park.
Are you suggesting that the odds are stacked against them?
Yeah, I would say so. But I won't say it exactly because I don't want to jinx them. I remember, I believe one of the commentators from the Duke-Houston game said Houston was totally out of it. Odds for them to have come back.
And we saw something different in that Final Four game, didn't we?
And I had Duke winning the championship. And I had all my Final Four picks correct. I had Florida winning, and then I had Duke winning, and I had Duke winning the championship. And I was first in every single group I was in, and then Duke lost.
Sounds familiar, Sutton, because I did everything right, I thought, and I had Calvin Sampson and Houston winning until my man forgot how to take a shot at the end of the game.
Yeah. Here's Hawkins. Luger with it.
Kind of a keep-away game now, ball control, and Landon can call this a win if they maintain that.
I think they're definitely trying to get Murray a goal here, though.
Get them set up.
I mean, they're up by 8, so they don't exactly need all their starters in, but they've got them in for a reason. Papelia over to Murray, see what he can do. Fakes it and then goes down. And then a low to high shot from Aiden Cassidy for his hat trick. Landon now just extending their lead.
For those keeping count at home, shots on goal 35-15 Landon.
Unbelievable.
Getting closer to that 40 mark you were talking about, right?
And they've gone on, what? Last time you gave a score or a shot update, it was 25-15. Severna Park just
It's a
not
7
had an
zip
answer.
Second half.
They made a switch in the faceoff. That was Jack Fish, the attackman. I mean, I guess he's a D1 commit for a reason.
Coming up on 3 minutes to go in this game. If we're playing the game by halves, 7-0 Landon in the second half.
Oh, it looks like they're going to wait till senior day for Murray to break the record. They've got their second guys in.
Would be a good story, right?
You think they're doing that on purpose?
Senior day number 100?
Here's Dusty Rhodes, part of the second squad. Takes it himself.
Wasn't Dusty Rhodes the name of a wrestler? Maybe before your time, Sutton.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anyone off the top of my head. Hits the cutter, and he scores. Steven Rizzo a little bit upset about that. Guess thought his defense let him down a little bit. Kind of left him to die. Anyway, first goal for the Falcons in the second half. A little bit too late, but it improves this goal differential. As bringing that stat back up earlier, Severna Park, they had won every single game by an average of 16.5 goals. Landon, with only 6.5 goals, this will actually bring their average up if this game stays the same way. As that's Mac Ducks.
Less than 2 minutes to go. Landon holding on to that 8-goal lead.
Sean Steese with it. Steese loses it. He's got a step. Good recovery by the Landon defense.
1 minute to go.
Still moving around, 45 seconds. Here's Sealy.
I think something going towards the goal might help Severna Park right now.
I think they just want to score for any last bit of their dignity. If he got that one to bury, that would have been it.
Less than 30 seconds to go. Landon with an 8-goal lead. Looks like they are going to win this one in Bethesda against the number 1 public school in Maryland.
So here's a shot, and it's saved by Rizzo, which will probably do it. Bounce shot goes wide. 3 seconds. They'll have 2 seconds. And that'll do it your Landon Bears coming out and beating the Severna Park Falcons by 8 in this cold but nice Tuesday afternoon.
Sutton, if you were to take a guess, what was the shots on goal final tally?
So I know that they had 15 before. They went on a little bit of a run there. I'd say 38 to 19.
I've got 36-17. Landon more than doubled them up. You get quality shots on goal and more opportunities.
And that's how you win.
That's how you win. Time of possession did too, Sutton. I'm waiting for a 6 p.m. phone call. Nice broadcasting with you. I'll see you again if you have me back.
I'd say you can count on that. Anyway, thank you for watching the Landon Bears Broadcasting Network. Stay tuned for this Friday, Senior Day versus St. Albans. And that'll do it. I'm Sutton Smith, signing out.